Hey guys, welcome back to another video where I'm bringing you some cryptocurrency news. Today's news article comes from Cointelegraph and it is on crypto firms ignore Africa at their peril as the continent is set for major adoption. So, this seems like a good article. I love hearing world adoption news because crypto is not just limited to one continent, one state, one country. It's for everyone to use. So, just because one country might ban it, another country is willing to adopt it and take it on. So I love these articles. So let's go over this article and see what's up. So experts believe that Africa is primed to lead the next wave of global crypto adoption. Ooh, look at that little crypto guy being thrown up in the air. Even though the digital asset market seems to be witnessing a bit of a lull at the moment, the adoption of crypto-centric tech has continued to move forward with a full head of steam. Globally, Africa in particular is a continent where a growing list of mainstream financial entities have continued to make their presence felt as they have begun to realize that the economic opportunities presented by the region are immense. To put things into perspective, a recent report released by Singapore-based crypto data provider AAA shows that the North African country of Morocco currently boasts one of the largest crypto populations in the region at nearly 2.5%. The kingdom currently leading many prominent countries in terms of daily Bitcoin, BTC trades, trailing on behind Saudi Arabia across the entirety of the Middle East and North Africa MENA region. An impressive feat to say the least. Now, what's even more interesting is that Morocco's existing legislative framework is largely anti-crypto, with the country's foreign exchange office giving no indication of softening its stance anytime in the near future. Despite these stringent regulations, people across the region have continued to find means such as peer-to-peer and over-the-counter trading through which to make inroads into this rapidly evolving ecosystem. Crypto firms entering Africa at an unprecedented rate. Emmanuel Babalola, the Africa director for cryptocurrency exchange Binance, told Cointelegraph that with each passing month, the number of cross-collaborations taking place between local blockchain/crypto firms and various mainstream entities has continued to grow. Babalola said that most forward-looking tech companies are vying to gain exposure within the region, all while trying to help people across the continent embrace and realize the true utility of blockchain. He further pointed out that Binance has recently partnered with Confederation of African Football, AFCON, to sponsor the Total Energies African Cup of Nations tournament, a move which he sees as a small step toward a grander scheme, adding, the AFCON sponsorship was a very exciting one. Football is the most popular sport in Africa, one that unites the entire continent, and so sponsoring the biggest football tournament in Africa was honestly a no-brainer. It corroborates our mission to take crypto mainstream across the continent. Staying in line with the company's ideal of widespread crypto adoption across the African landscape, he also pointed out that Binance recently collaborated with some of the stars participating in this year's iteration of Big Brother Nigeria, the biggest reality show on the continent. To help bring crypto education to a wider mainstream adoption, we are even sponsoring Nigerian Idol, the Nigerian version of the popular singing contest, he added. Lastly, Babalola noted that in recent months, many unprecedented happenings have taken place across the global crypto ecosystem, such as countries like El Salvador adopting Bitcoin as legal tender, something he believes was totally unfathomable just a few years ago, and thus it would not be surprising to see African nations follow suit. I think this is only the beginning of things to come. In general, an institutional interest in cryptocurrencies continues to rise. More mainstream entities making their way into the region is inevitable. Now, crypto can help redefine businesses across Africa. When asked about the continued growth of crypto across Africa, especially within the northern part of the continent, Adedayo Adebayo, Africa director for Jelurida, a blockchain software company that develops the mainstream, the NXT, and Ardor blockchains. They told Cointelegraph that a vast majority of African countries like to consider themselves as one block rather than being divided into regional categories. In this regard, he noted that one aspect that he united most people living in Africa is their lack of tangible businesses opportunities, as well as a clear lack of access to high-quality banking alternatives, and that they can use to send and receive funds from across the globe. Adebayo added, African nations believe they were left out of the first three industrial revolutions, the 41R, the fourth industrial revolution. Technology, including blockchain and cryptocurrencies, has, for the first time in history, provided them with the opportunity to participate in the making history. Most governments in the continent are now open to capacity buildings and localizing solution developments. Among others to do so, their doors remain wide open to foreigners, offers that will get them closer to their aim. And now, when asked about the challenges that may arise as a result of the most nations in the continent, especially those located across North Africa, adhering to an Islamic way of life, Adibaho noted that the key issues preventing crypto-based banking services from reaching the masses is not religion, but a clear lack of understanding of what the technology brings to the table. As Muslims, we have learned from a quotable religious scholars that we are not excluded from using crypto or participating in the offerings, although this stance may perhaps remain debatable. Now blockchain-based banking solutions. Africa's vast geographic size, compounded by the presence of many small economies across the continent, has led to many nations struggling with systematic infrastructures development, especially when it comes to financial services, something that has resulted in 57% of the continent's population remaining unbanked. R.J. Kutonda, co-founder of African Project World Mobile, a Cardano-based mobile network, told Cointelegraph that over the years, Africans have gradually become accustomed to using innovative payment systems such as Kenya's M-Pesa. However, he pointed out that there are now newer blockchain-based alternatives beginning to emerge, setting the context for crypto and digital currencies that offer a more convenient and direct peer-to-peer channel for remittances, payments, international commerce, and savings, he added. With many economies growing rapidly, crypto and blockchain-based projects will continue to enter Africa where their proposition is relevant and where they can form partnerships with local entities. While many individuals use cryptocurrency in Africa, legislations in many countries lags as in other jurisdictions. Cryptocurrencies don't fit within the current regulatory framework. In essence, Kutonda believes that the core issue preventing widespread adoption of crypto tech, especially from a financial standpoint, across the region is a lack of perceived central control from many governments, which creates difficulties for authorities to oversee and mitigate bad practices. However, many governments have announced that they are working on regulatory frameworks to emerge in the near future. He closed out by saying, Africa cannot be ignored any longer. Akin Jones, a partner of Gluala Capital, an African-based investment fund focused exclusively on fintech lenders using blockchain technology, told Cointelegraph that the Africa's growing population and adoption of cryptocurrency mean that companies ignoring the continent are either not serious about the technology in the long term or have failed to realize the massive financial proposition currently in front of them. In Jones' view, Bitcoin could very well become legal tender across many African nations, since most of these countries already find it quite hard to trade with each other because of constant currency fluctuations. Talking about North Africa in particular, he further opened that since the region serves as a bridge between Europe and sub-Saharan Africa, it would make a lot of sense for fintech firms to consider making inroads. They're adding identity management, land ownership, and insurance are three key areas that could be improved on across North Africa, which could help change the perception in the region's CBDCs. Could also help ease the acceptance of cryptocurrency in his regard. Thus, it will be interesting to see how things shape out for the continent from here on, especially since many of the nations within the regions are known to suffer from an extremely high level of red tape, with many governments fast realizing the potential that crypto and blockchain possesses. However, it would not be surprising to see countries making way for more foreign investments from established firms operating within the rapidly maturing sector. So, that was a lot, but I'm like out of breath, but that was a great article just showing how blockchain can just really help. Like, there's a lot of countries out there that are unbanked, and some countries fall behind and technology booms. But this is one that every continent, every country in the world can get on. Like, blockchain's here to help. It's here to bank the unbanked. It helps you transfer of money without any borders or what's the other thing? Walls, to barriers to get through. So, like, this is going to be huge. Like with Binance and Mina, as well as Divi project, and their La Liga partnership, which covers MENA, C, and Southern China. So adoption's coming. And this was just a really great article. If you guys made it to the very end, bravo. I'm out of breath. But thanks so much for watching. So I'm going to take a little breather, upload this video for you guys, and until next time, the Crypto Sherpa is out.